Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are having a very wonderful day today. So today I just finished my stream. If you want to follow my stream, you can just follow it on Twitch. My name is flying_micropolygon. Make sure to follow that there. Now for this game, today I want to bring you a video of me playing the Gooden Leeuw because I have been recently having a lot of fun using Prince Van Oranje. So I decided that I'll try about the Gooden Leeuw, right? Legendary upgrade. I got the ship from the Christmas event. I decided to, get the Gooden Leeuw compared to the other ones because I believe that, I can grind the other one faster compared to these ships. This line, the Gooden Leeuw line. Now the Gooden Leeuw is a really strong when using the legendary upgrade, right? Because you have now 50 seconds of airstrike reload time, well, and you have 3 charges compared to the normal like 70 seconds and 2 charges of airstrike bomb. So that's why this is going to be a really good game, and I will showcase to you guys. This won't be like a review or something. I'm not even sure all the ship's characteristics of Gooden Leeuw. So it's definitely, maybe stay tuned for a future video if you want more in-depth review of the ship. But so, this ship has battle cruiser dispersion, so your guns are not that accurate, and it is essentially a Scharnhorst gun. So you have low fire chance as well for your caliber, so that's not that great. What you have is actually a really tanky cruiser that can bounce shells from your upper belt. Your upper belt is 40 millimeters, and your deck armor is 30. So I mean, sure, you can get overmatched by 4.57s and above caliber guns like Republic as well. You can overmatch you, but that only occurs on long range, and plus if you try to dodge, etc., you might be able to mitigate the damage, right? The Gooden Leeuw likes to island camp compared to Prince Van Oranje. If you have watched my Prince Van Oranje video, you'll know that I usually start pre-kited. In the Gooden Leeuw, you want to push into like nearby islands, near caps, preferably the center one, but because this map, the center one is like so open, I decided to not go there and decided to go here on the A cap. Okay, the enemy seems to not push A that hard. You can see from the minimap there, a couple of Yamato and Conqueror will not push, obviously, the ABC line. Hildebrand also. So that's why here in A we should be able to start pushing quite powerfully against this Haaland here. But the problem is that on the B side there is a Petropavlos, so we need to make sure to be mindful of him. Now in this first couple of minutes I don't really do much in this game because it's definitely a really passive games currently, right? Your airstrike is only 13 kilometers compared to Prince Van Oranje's 15. So you have that 2 kilometer difference in airstrike. So that's why maybe if I were in a Prince Van Oranje here, I could airstrike that Gooden Leeuw Petropavlos combo. Now I'm not sure how effective it is because they can just shut down the planes, but at least I have the ability to do that. While with the 13-kilometer airstrike, I can't reach anything. So at this point, I'm just trying to shoot over this island with my guns, and as you can see there from the dispersion, it is definitely not a cruiser dispersion. Now, also one thing that you have lacking compared to Prince Van Oranje is your range. Your range is only 16.5 kilometers compared to Prince Van Oranje's 18 plus. So that means that Prince Van Oranje is much better in doing like gun work compared to the Gooden Leeuw. and that is a problem for their ship, right? Because at tier 10, 16 kilometers is already very close. Okay, you are usually playing like 19, 20 plus kilometers. So 16.8, 16.5 is really low. And although you should, maybe you say you want to run range mod, but I believe that the legendary module on the Gooden is just much better compared to range mod and reload mod. But you know, some people, some content creators can play without the legendary module. So I mean, it's not like the end all be all, but it just makes this ship more specialized in airstrike, right? And the reason why you play Gooden as opposed to Prince Van Oranje is because you want that airstrike, okay? Their airstrike power. If you only want like gun power, then why play this ship? Why not just play the PVO instead, right? So that's why I believe that you know, this ship should be played focusing on his airstrike. And by the way, we just spent like 8 minutes doing nothing in this corner. 7 minutes, by the way. Yeah, 7 minutes, sorry, not 8 minutes, 6 minutes plus doing nothing. We only dealt one hit, 1000 damage. Okay, we shot down 14 planes, sure, but we dealt 0 damage. But rest assured, guys, the damage will start to ramp up quickly through the end of the battle. Okay, so at this point, if we look at the maps here, we are in a tough situation, right? We lost 2 ships compared to enemies ones, and because this is, I think, yeah, this is a replay, so you can see there the 445 should be the enemies, the enemy points, while the 223 is actually our points, because obviously wargaming, why can't you fix your bug in your replay? Okay, so yeah, the enemy is capping B and he has A and C, so we are triple cap shortly. But this Petro is getting closer to our range, so we move a little bit closer and try to aim this airstrike. Now you only have roughly 15-second lead time, or 14.65 to be exact, which is definitely much easier to aim compared to the PVO's 18 or 17 plus second lead time. Now, the one thing that your airstrike doesn't have is 38 millimeter of penetration, right? The PVO has 40 plus millimeters of penetration, which means that if you are dropping on American battleships, you will, you know, damage them everywhere. Okay, but in the Gooden, because you only have 37 millimeters of penetration, the American battleship is quite tanky against your bombs. Okay, so most of your damage comes from fires, but obviously both PVO and the Gooden will not be able to pen the Petropavlov's death. So at this point in the video, it doesn't really matter if you are playing a PVO or not, right? Now the cyclone is closing in, so at this point I decided to start going aggressive, right? The team is getting dismantled. The enemy team is at 700 points, guys. 700 points to our 158. At this point, I feel like it's all lost. It's a loss. It's a losing game, really. Right, we lost 4 ships to their 2, sure, but they have 3 caps, guys, and caps win games. Okay, this midway, the enemy midway, if you look at the mini map now, is, I don't know what he's doing, but our I need to aim there. Our carriers died, by the way. I forgot about that. Our carrier died, and in his dying, you know, in his dying torpedo planes, he managed to kill the midway, so they trade. That's good. At least it is my we don't need to face a carrier as well. At this point, I should have pushed A. I don't know why I'm pushed here. So yeah, there's some misplay so in this game. And right now the enemy is slowly, not slowly, quickly gaining points to reach that 1000 points to make them win. So I need to push this Haaland out quickly with our Brennus. Now the Brennus doesn't have Hydro in my, if I'm not mistaken. So if he pushes this Haaland, it is essentially going push blind. The Brennus is spotted. That means that the Haaland is close to him. So shortly after this, I will get spotted as well. Think so. Now I'm quite afraid of the Yamato and Satsuma to push there in F4 line. So I decided to try to get behind this island here in D3. The Brennus also noticed the danger and start to kite away and dropping traps in preparation for the Yamato to push that corner. But sadly, the Lucian in the enemy team managed to spot the Brennus and shoot and farm the Brennus. And the Brennus doesn't have the tools needed to deal with the Lucian effectively because he have big guns, right? 305s compared to, you know, the Henry's 234s or 240s. Now I saw in the minimap the Yamato is there, so I decided to try and blind drop. I hope that, you know, I can predict where Yamato is turning, but we miss our bombs. And we do it again because, you know, our airstrike reload quite quickly, so I'm fine with, you know, throwing away airstrikes. And I want to try and help this our Yamato here to not die. He is pushing against a Lucian, a Yamato, and possibly a Satsuma and a Conqueror. And as you can see there, the Satsuma is spotted by our Yamato. He will shortly got blapped by, you know, 8 16-inch guns, 16.1-inch guns. Our Wooster managed to claim the C cap by, you know, going behind enemy lines. Our Brennus got deleted by the Yamato. At this point, I haven't I keep hiding behind this rock like the coward. I'm sorry. And try to lob my front guns over this island. Try to get Citadel, but sadly I aim a little bit too high there. I mean, in close range, because you have Scharnhorst guns, you can actually Citadel Yamatos. Before the Yamato died though, I popped my aircraft or airstrike, so we might be able to deal quite a bit of damage there. Yep, about 5k damage, or 8k, sorry, 8k damage, 4 bombs penetrating and 1 fire. So the Yamato will be on damage control currently. Now I am debating whether or not I should push or not, and I am thinking and not pushing because the Yamato, Satsuma, and the Conqueror is definitely not a fun experience if we fight them all one by one. Now I let my Yamato actually spot the enemy Yamato so that I can drop more airstrike on him, and actually he doesn't damage control 1 fire, so he letting me getting fire damage, but I mean our Yamato did a really great job in killing that Yamato, even though he is on low HP himself. Our Fairmont managed to use his secondary battery to deal damage to the Haaland and kill him. Now at this point we managed to claw back a little bit of victory here. The enemy decided, I don't know, to win harder, so they are getting closer to defeat, right? Two enemy ships facing us against you know, a destroyer, a cruiser, 2 cruisers, and a Vermont. So at this point we are quite in the money, or in the winning position. The Conqueror is notorious for being poorly armored, and our bombs actually could deal massive amounts of damage to him if we hit. The enemy is still having the point advantage at 688 compared to our 400, but because we are now having all 3 caps, we can rest assured that shortly after this we will be able to win as long as we stay alive. We deal like 11k to the sorry, we deal 11k to the Conqueror. And we start to creep forward a bit, try to lob our front guns to try and Citadel the Conqueror. But maybe my aim is poor or something, and we can't really Citadel the Conqueror. So at this point, I drop my one more airstrike into him. I aim very poorly there. Our Vermont is pushing that Satsuma and Conqueror. And at this point, this is one of my best drops on the Conqueror. Bam, 16k of 3 fires, but sadly he damage control. At this point, because I know that the enemy 2 battleships will be focusing on the Vermont, I decided to push ahead. Our Vermont managed to deal finishing blow to the Conqueror, sadly missed by a little bit from ramming the Satsuma. And now we need to deal with the Satsuma now. It's so close. The Vermont is so close from getting the double kill there. But sadly, the Satsuma's secondary battery managed to finish him off. Our Shimakaze is doing a YOLO push, which is a very stupid thing to do. Why would you push a battleship? A Worcester is getting caught open like this, and oh man, are we going to lose this? Are we going to lose this? Right? Getting again. This game is very close. Okay, this game is very close. First, we almost lost. Then the enemy almost lost, and it seems that currently the team, the enemy will win, right? The Satsuma will just chase down the Worcester here, and he will finish off the Worcester shortly, right? The Cyclone is ending, so we cannot really deal with the Cyclone anymore. So I need to deal as much damage to the Satsuma before the Worcester died. So I need to aim a little bit for the Satsuma, and I actually mis-aimed this airstrike. I should have not, predicted he will turn. But I think I clip him a bit, right? Nope. Yeah. It's my fault. I'm stupid. Now, at this point, because of our good concealment, 10.3, we are able to stay undetected. And because of the Cyclone passing, we can stay spotting him. Now, if the Cyclone is still here, I think the Satsuma might be able to win this because I need to push into him, right? Because if you look at the timer there, it's 2 minutes 35 seconds in the game, and because the mod doesn't work properly, but I need to finish. I need to get a kill. I need to kill the Satsuma, otherwise we won't win. I managed to reset the cap on the last possible time because I want to avoid getting shot at by the Satsuma. So just before I go behind the island, I shot him. Now at this point, I also trying to spot him again and shoot him before I move back into this tiny little island here. Okay, and we spot the Satsuma. We wait and we shoot, and we don't get detected because obviously we are already behind the island. We can get more nice for defended against the Satsuma here. I decided to drop one more airstrike, shoot one, and we managed to go behind again behind the island before he shoot me. We deal 7k damage to him. We deal quite a lot of damage to the bombs. If we look at the top right, we already at 165,000 damage, right? So we have been doing a lot of work in the last couple of minutes, but we need more work. Okay, we need more work, guys. And it looks like the Satsuma is so low. I shot, and I know that at this point we will win. Alright, no matter how the Satsuma do that, even if he shot all of his turrets, I believe that I could angle in time so that I don't get Citadel. Anyways, that is really close game. We managed to deal the final game-winning blow. We are the last ship standing against 1-in-1 duel. 178,000 damage, 77 target hits. Target hits, 72 bomb hits, aircraft shot down 14, and we defended against that Satsuma 17 defended. We make about 343,000 credits because I'm not running any boosters. And if we look at the base XP here, Let me check. Base XP, it's 2.1k. But even though it's not the top, I managed to win the game. Okay, anyways, that is all for this video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.